Hi there traders, this is Chris from Elite Currency with a new video on the euro dollar and pound dollar. First of all, before we take a look at the pound, wanted to mention that these are the last 2 days of June, but also the second quarter, and that does typically increase the volatility, so be careful from that point of view. This upcoming weekend we'll have a new video taking a look at all the monthly candles that are available and provide new information. But we do have 2 trading days left, and pound dollar is breaking to the downside, so it has invalidated my previous analysis. We're not getting the bigger bullish retracement, and we are getting a bearish continuation. I think that this is looking like a wave 3, not a wave C at this point, because of the far extension that we have seen so far. When price was up in here, it could easily have been a wave C. We had an A, B, and then a wave C. Could have easily gone to around these levels. But the price continuing to break and continuing to make lower lows, and also specifically breaking this bottom, is making it likely that it's a wave 4 or wave 3, and that we could expect a wave 4. From a SWOT perspective though, if you did use the red candles, for instance, you could have traded this red candle here. We had a retracement candle just before it. We had a flag as well, bear flag pattern, plus red fractals. So that could have been already an indication that the wave C is getting an extension, or the wave 3 is getting a follow through. So despite the analysis, the SWOT software indicating a great spot to join that downside. So now I'm personally looking for a retracement to the 21 EMA. You can see that price, there's been like 19 candles where price has not hit the 21 EMA. So a lot of momentum in this piece here, looking for retracement back to the 21 EMA, and then a continuation bounce away from the 21 EMA. Something like this. Up, hit the 21 EMA, turn, maybe retest it, and then break. That's what I'm waiting for to trade wave 5. So you can use the 21 EMAs and of course these SWOT candles that I just mentioned for such a retracement. We had already an example right here and an earlier example right here. This was not tradable because of the fact that we were expecting a bigger ABC correction to the downside, no, so to the upside first, so we're not trading that particular downside. Moving over to higher time frames, momentum is still in the market here, so I think that 130 would not be so strange for the pound dollar. That is a round level, seems to be the next target. If we connect the dots and the bottoms and tops like this, then that could be a bouncing spot perhaps, because it is making kind of a slowdown in its momentum. It's looking more like a falling wedge. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some bullish reaction to 130, and that's where we might get the wave 4, and we might get the retracement, or perhaps even earlier. Let's see on the 1 hour chart, we're looking for basically very simple, we're looking for a bear flag. All right, on the euro dollar, basically Nenet sent this trade through the Telegram channel. We had a bear flag, and he sent a short right at the top of the potential head and shoulders pattern that was taking place. As you can see, left shoulder, head, and then the right shoulder, and we were making a bear flag that was going into the 21 EMA. That's actually what I want to see with the pound dollar, right? And we saw a red candle appear. He traded his own MACD system, with the SWOT system showed the same thing. Bounce off the 21 EMA after the bear flag with the head and shoulders pattern. Was a great setup that we took and showed through a live service. You can join the live service, of course, by going to Elite Currency and then clicking on ECS Live and check it out what the conditions are. The euro dollar 2, however, is probably invalidating my overall bullish kind of expectations on the euro dollar, all right, because of the fact that price is moving down too much. What I was expecting was basically an ABC correction and then a bounce. Now, the euro dollar has not broken the previous bottom as yet, so it's not as clear as the pound dollar, but I do think that my wave analysis might need some readjustment if price does break through this bottom. It's not 100% clear yet if it will, but there is a decent chance that this is a wave 3 as well, rather than an ABC. Euro dollar, it could still be an ABC though, so I wouldn't totally discard it. I would say let's keep an eye on price action as it approaches this support zone around 115. The problem with the euro dollar is that if it breaks 115, it's going to bump into 114.50 very soon, which I think is a key level because of the 50 fib let me show you on a different template here. Let's go to the weekly chart and add that 50 fib. There you go. So 50 fib right at 114.46. That could be a reason for the euro dollar not to really fall too much. Plus, if we look at this, it is really building a pretty sizable correction zone. That could also still be a bouncing spot for a larger correction. So on the euro dollar, I'm a little bit more careful. Yes, it could break to the downside, but then it doesn't have much space. To me, it doesn't look that interesting unless it really bounces to the upside. For me, the bounce to the upside would have to occur if price, for instance, rebreaks above the S1, rebreaks above the HMA, and shows that there's some good momentum, maybe some momentum correction and continuation. We can use the SWOT template for that. Let me show you like this. There we go. For instance, if price on the hourly chart breaks above the weekly pivot point, hooks back to the 21 EMA, and then bounces, somewhere in there could be a good moment to trade at the upside. But if we get that, it really depends on whether price bounces or breaks at this particular support zone. All right, that's it for now. A bit shorter video than usual, but you can check out more analysis at elitecurrency.com. We'll have a new video on the weekend taking a look at the long-term perspective as well, with new June candle available, and we'll see what kind of wave analysis we can derive and what kind of patterns are key for that. Of course, check out, if you like, ECS Live with more info about our live service through the Telegram channel, or ECS SWOT, which is the software that you just saw, but it's also a methodology. It is also a trading system. So feel free to do that, of course, and wish you all good trading. Cheers.